This is your exostosis model, or what do you call it?
EXO-41.
EXO-41. And the brief was to create an exostosis model where people could exercise how to, or practice how to drill away the exostoses using the Medtronic MR8. So we've made a really nice small module here. Do you want to just explain all the intricacies? Even if we can explain right from the start, the plate, to how you connect all the different components, even this inner component. So I'm going to let you take that out and explain how to do it.
Okay, yeah, so to remove it, I can make it a little easier to remove, to be honest.
But let's start with the base plate. Will all of them come with a base plate like this, or do they have an option of just having this? But if you want to do any work, you're going to need some weight.
The slightly flexible material can be stuck onto any surface. It comes with double-sided tape. So we just decided to stick on this stainless steel, but that doesn't have to be shipped off. It can be stuck onto any plate.
Yeah, but what happens is this is really nice and heavy, so that people could actually do surgery.
Yeah. So this is the ecosystem that we have, you know, where everything fits onto a mount.
But the second option would be a bigger mount that you could have, a bigger plate, which is also pretty stable. Okay, so the option of the bigger plate or this one. But if you can just go through how this, show everybody how this slides in, because we won't be there to explain.
Okay, so you just have to slide it in.
There we go. And these mounts can be used for all your different models, for the exostoses.
I mean, if we're talking about an entire head, that should be self-balancing. Yeah. But for anything that requires some manipulation, if it's a smaller model, if it's just, you know, pathology of the nose or the ear, or pathology, a model of the nose or the ear, then it should go on a mount.
Yeah, so at the moment, you've got the mid-face, you've got the ear, you've got
ophthalmic plug suits.
The temporal bone, the ophthalmic plug suits, everything basically fits on these kind of mounts. Just explain to us how this works and what is the purpose of, I mean, I know it's common sense to you, but you can rotate this.
Yeah, to a degree.
To a degree.
Otherwise people just get caught up in it.
Yeah.
So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Okay. All right, so you slide this in.
And if you look where it says surgical, then you know you're putting it in surgical position.
You have to put your glasses on for that. Anatomical?
Surgical will be 90 degrees of that.
Yeah.
So if the surgical, just like that, and surgical is...
very easy. Okay, so this is the right ear in a surgical position, patient's head is here, toes are at the back.
Yep.
That's very nice. So surgical or anatomical, and then you can, do you have to loosen this to rotate it a little bit?
You can choose.
Really? You can choose, okay, so you can, that's really nice. And then you just tighten it into your position.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us a little bit about kind of the development or what you've done here.
Okay, so ultimately, let's start at the exostosis level. Do we have a temple bone? Yeah, we have a temple bone right here. So let's just use this temple bone to explain what the exostosis looks like at the bone level. So on this model, this is TB64. That's got a very short...
Wise, TB is temporal bone. 64 years of age.
Year old, yeah. And this patient's got a very short canal, so we couldn't, and without exostosis. So we needed a patient that had a longer canal, and so this patient did. And so this patient was 41-year-old, that's why it's called EXO-41. So with the exostosis, you'll find bumps over here, 3 bumps, more posterior, superior, and a little bit more anterior, as exostosis goes.
So you can just shine down there so that you can see the ear canal, and actually if you look very closely, you can see the little tympanic.
So if you had a sphere of 2 millimeters, you'd be able to roll it down, but a sphere of 3 millimeters would not be able to enter and touch a tympanic membrane. Okay. So you have everything on the flesh side leading to the skin that is hugging the canal, all the way to the tympanic membrane.
Okay.
And that's stuck to the bone.
Okay. And we don't have ossicles in these models?
No, this one doesn't have ossicles, purely from we're just focused on the exo, but if you wanted ossicles...
Yeah, so exostoses, you've got the tympanic membrane.
Yeah.
So you're able to do an endaural incision with this. You can do a direct endoscopic approach, or you can do a post-auricular approach, and then use your standard instrumentation.
And so what the lessons we learned from the TB64 we've implemented here. So you have the facial nerve, you also have the chorda tympani.
So we have the facial nerve even in the exostosis model?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, and the chorda tympani. You'll encounter the chorda before you encounter the facial nerve.
And that's very, very important, because with your exostosis surgery, facial nerve injury and chorda injury and the tympanic membrane injury.
And the nerve should react quite realistically. I mean, it is flexible material and it can be ruptured. So if someone was rough in the surgery, you'd be able to, it'll become apparent.
And the color of your nerve in this?
It's like, in fact, here it is. You'll see it. So if you can zoom in over there, you can see the color. It's a bit of an orangey yellow, but I mean, that can also be made a little bit more pink if you desired.
And you see you've got a bit of blue here.
Yeah, that represents a sigmoid sinus, obviously.
Wow. So you've got...
And then we have some really nice realistic air cells.
Ah, so if someone wanted to do
It's actually just
cortical mastoidectomy, they would be able to do it even with this model?
if you say so.
Okay, but it's made for
absolutely.
exostosis.
Cortical mastectomy is totally doable on this
That's
model.
beautiful. You can see the facial nerve there. Wow, okay, so we got a lot more out of this exostosis. And tell me, the ear canal skin, it's
1 millimeter.
Is 1 millimeter thick, and is it glued to the
It's
ear
glued.
canal?
I mean, the glue is not a bond, so it shouldn't be difficult to remove it from the bone. But then again, you don't want to struggle. You just kind of want to practice the dexterity, right?
So if someone wants to replace their model or order mini exostosis model, which component is it is it just the skin that comes off?
The skin doesn't come off.
No, so it's basically
it's bonded to the bone.
Yes, yeah. So it would be this whole segment that you would replace.
Yeah, I mean, so we made the segment as small as possible so that the price is reduced, as opposed to some parietal bone, which is not necessary.
Yeah.
You don't need digastric ridge.
But what's really nice is that you can have this on your desk after you've dissected it to explain to a patient, these are the different kind of approaches that you can use. You can even explain to someone how a hearing aid fits in the ear, out the ear. Very nice.